Giggity, giggity, giggity goo.
You said goodbye to them individually. Now say hello to them together. Introducing the world's first bankruptcy superstore. TGI Lobster's Bed Bath & Big Lots 99-cent Party City Store. Enjoy bland bar food, all-you-can-eat shrimp, dish towels, Mylar balloons, and whatever the you bought at Big Lots for just 99 cents. Just listen to these satisfied customers.
Hey, is there a bathroom here?
TGI Lobster's Bed Bath & Big Lots 99-cent Party City Store.
Man, this place is almost as depressing as Sears.
Now open in a former Spirit Halloween near you.
This is not headline news. Today is the first day of the Chinese New Year, the Year of the Snake. So remember to stop writing Year of the Dragon on your checks. Dr. Phil joined ICE raids in Chicago on Sunday. Maury Povich was also there, in case kids got separated from their parents and needed to figure out who was or was not the father. Vintage Guns N' Roses t-shirts sell for an average of $188, but only because eBay doesn't have a smell it before you buy it policy. And coffee prices hit a new high. It's so expensive that smugglers in Colombia are now masking coffee shipments with cocaine. This is not headline news.
Hoo-ah!
Wake up, grab a cup of joe. It's Charlie County Speaks. Ken Lovejoy, he's the real McCoy. 4 days a week. Yeah, gonna tell you like it is and give it to you straight. Local, state, and national, these issues ain't can't wait. And it's Charlie County Speaks. Charlotte County Speaks. Charlotte County Speaks. Oh yeah, Charlotte County Speaks.
In this present crisis, government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.
This is Charlotte County Speaks, your chance to let your voice be heard on local, state, and national issues. And now, broadcasting live from a dumpy little warehouse behind a Taco Bell, the host of Charlotte County Speaks, Ken Lovejoy.
News Radio 1580 and 100.9 FM, WCCFradio.com. Charlotte County Speaks on the air. It's a Hump Day Wednesday. January's almost over. It's amazing.
I know.
Phone lines open 941-206-1580, toll free 888-441-1580. You can email us, the address ccspeaks@live.com. If you miss a show, head to our homepage, WCCFradio.com. Scroll down to the podcast section, and there we are, all of us, right there. I'm meshed in between the Gordon, the Clay, the Buck, the Dana, and the Jesse, right there. Listen to your heart's content.
Yes.
All kinds of Mike Imbasciani along for the Hump Day Wednesday ride. What's going on?
Good morning. Yes, and don't forget, folks, you can also watch this show on special Wednesday and Thursday broadcasts on the Freedom Chronicles Rumble page and YouTube channel. Check that out. Subscribe and share with your friends and see our lovely faces. And I've been busy. Things are very busy. Yeah. Get ready for this schedule.
What's this?
Last night we had a sold-out show over there at the Venice Art Center. It was a fun time.
Doing the Clapton thing?
Doing the Simply Clapton show. Will Johns was there. He's heading back to the UK for a little while, but he'll be back. He's going on a tour of Germany next.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. But we've got a lot of stuff going on over here tonight. Today's Wednesday. Tomorrow, Thursday, January 30th, we are back over at the Stage in Bonita Springs with our Southern Rock Legends and Beyond show, which is a tribute to Leonard Skinner, ZZ Top, the band, Ted Nugent, Gary Clark Jr., and the Band of Heathens. Fun stuff. Friday, we're doing a private party, but on Saturday, February 1st, you can join us over at Ortesia in downtown Punta Gorda from 8 to 11, right there on Marion Avenue. Sunday, February 2nd. It's not the Super Bowl yet, so you have plenty of time.
Yes. When is the Super Bowl?
February 9th.
9th.
So not this Sunday,
right.
Next Sunday.
Sunday!
Yeah. So Sunday, February 2nd, join us at the Cars and Coffee event at the Coco Plum Plaza in Northport in front of the Hobby Lobby from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Monday, February 3rd, we are back at the stage in Bonita Springs with our Paradise Found tribute, a tribute to Jimmy Buffett, Glenn Campbell, and John Denver. Hey, it sells well. People like it.
I am a lineman for the county.
It's true. It's a good song. Doors open at 5 o'clock. Tuesday, February 4th, we are back at the stage again for the Guitar Heroes Unite tribute. Eric Clapton, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Brian Setzer, Carlos Santana, Jimi Hendrix, Bob Dylan.
Okay.
Doors open at 5 o'clock. MikeImbasciani.com for the full show schedule.
National Corn Chip Day.
Corn chip.
When I think of corn chips...
The Tostitos?
No.
Okay.
When I think of corn chips, I think of Fritos.
Oh, yes.
And the Frito Bandito.
Scanning for Mexicans.
I told you, perfect soundbite.
It is, perfect segue. I'm hoping this Jim. If it isn't, I'm probably going to hang up on them. Hi, caller. Is this Jim? Nope, wasn't Jim. And he couldn't wait.
I know. He didn't like your scanning for Mexicans. What was that?
National Puzzle Day, too.
Puzzle
It's
Day?
National Puzzle Day. When was the last time you put a puzzle together?
It's been a while.
It has been
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Are you getting a good enough audio over there? It looks a little low today.
Is it? Should I
don't
prop
know.
it up? How's that?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
right.
It just seems lower than usual. Usually it's going all the way.
Well, we had our top man, Mel, come in and adjust things properly.
Ah, okay. I don't know. I haven't been here.
We still need a backup battery, but that's a capital expenditure, so that'll probably happen in 28.
Right.
Just before the election. 206-1580, toll free, 888-441-1580. So what else is going on?
Right
What we
after
got
the
going
next power outage.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Should we talk about how the Trump administration has halted a lot of the spending and where money was going worldwide, and how the Trump administration had to halt $50 million earmarked by the Biden administration for what, you may ask? Condoms in Gaza.
Yeah, got to have. Well, we don't want them reproducing.
I mean,
really. You know,
it's all about
do
safety.
you really want more?
It's all about safety.
You really want more Gazans that you begging for stuff, really, and really, launching missiles into Israel? Do you really want that?
Not
So
really.
I don't know. I'm kind of torn on that one.
Yeah, but $50 million.
How about vasectomies?
Hey,
instead?
send the guy that's, with the billboards around here. He'll do it for a lot cheaper.
He looks like he likes doing it, too. Hey, Jim, how you doing?
Oh, no. I think I'm doing all right. Problems in Gaza, my goodness. No wonder we're trillions of dollars in debt.
Oh,
my
yeah.
goodness.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy. Insane stuff. But I tell you what, we're winning. They're losing. Are you seeing more Democrats coming in for
Needing some
some
pain cream?
tincture, some under the tongue tincture for overall wellness? Maybe some water soluble droplets for the digestive issues.
I think it's still sensitive because people aren't really identifying themselves. But
Well,
if
who
you're
would
looking
want
at
to,
my
really?
notes, that's exactly what I was going to talk about. The cold weather seems to really trigger the aggravation of rheumatoid arthritis. There also seems to be a correlation with gastrointestinal issues like irritable bowel syndrome, diarrhea, bloating, cramping. And exactly what you said, Ken. I wish I could afford to put you in my store. I've said that probably 100 times, but you know it as well as I do. We do the water soluble, which is a product you drink. It targets the bad bacteria in your gastrointestinal tract, which is the first problem. The second thing it does, if you read the medical journals on the water soluble that I sell, they call it the immunomodulator. Immunomodulator means it helps to rebuild and strengthen your immune system. All of those pharmaceuticals people are taking for all these gastrointestinal issues, including rheumatoid arthritis, mask it. They're not treating anything. I'm targeting both areas, the bad bacteria and the autoimmune issue, to actually help treat the source of it. So if anybody has any of those issues, at least call me. We can do a consultation, no obligation over the phone. But if you're having those issues, don't suffer with them. We've helped thousands of people over the last 7 years with these issues. And people who say nothing has helped me for 10, 15, 20, 30 years, and they start taking this product. Now, it's not going to cure it. It's not going to be 100%, but you will get relief. You will feel better, and in most cases, in a matter of 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, it's excellent. And then, of course, for your pets, too. It's going to be summertime with a lot of fireworks around the 4th of July, and because America keeps winning, you have a lot of reasons to celebrate.
Well, and you take the water. You took the water-soluble droplets,
and
too.
I do need to swing by and pick up some more, actually. But, yeah, they were great.
Awesome. And, tinctures, treats, gummies for the pets and yourself as well, bath bombs and lotions. It's all available right there at your CBD store. Punta Gorda, Port Charlotte in the Schoolhouse Square, just off Kings Highway. Right between Ollie's and the gym, open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 3. Gym will always accommodate outside appointments if necessary. And as always, for you snowbirds, free shipping and delivery. So you can take it home with you. Just give Jim a call at 941-587-9029, 941-587-9029, and Jim will send it right to your house, or he'll deliver it right here in the local. So, Get on down there and get you some of that good stuff.
Yeah, Jim, are you surprised with how the football turned out for leading up to the Super Bowl? Are you surprised at all?
Oh, he's not an NFL fan.
I haven't watched an NFL game, Mike, in probably 30 years. I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
He's college. He's a college
20,
man.
30, 40 million a year, and they hold out and they skip practice. Now the big thing is, I read in the paper that coach says, all right, get in there, and they won't go in. What a bunch of crap. Now, I can't, I know a lot of people are going to be mad at me for saying this.
No, it's true.
I can't support that kind of behavior.
No.
My toe hurts, Coach.
Coach tells you to go in.
What the hell is that?
Why did I missed that one?
I touched a nerve.
I missed that one.
Yeah,
you don't go back and think, I'm sorry. Well, guess what? You're not going in the next 3 games. How's that?
Yeah.
You
Jeez.
should terminate your contract immediately.
Yeah, man, really. I'm sorry. That's like,
I need a sick day.
In military, that's firing squad right there.
Which I heard they're bringing back. In Trump's America.
Well, no, it happened. What was that? It was Private Slovic.
Oh, yeah.
I believe Martin Sheen played him on the TV miniseries about it. Yeah, he was shot for desertion.
Shouldn't have deserted then.
Yeah, you don't do that.
You don't do
And this is essentially what he was doing.
frowned
He
upon.
should at least get court-martialed,
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah.
Or in this case, where you got to hit him in the wallet. That's like a court-martial for an NFL player.
Yeah.
With more than just a $5,000 fine. Hit him with,
pick that up and dropped on the street.
He's got that in his locker.
Who's the guy the NBA guy? Oh my gosh, what's his name?
You're asking the wrong.
And he went to the strip. He went to the strip club and he threw up $80,000 in the air.
Which
threw
one?
It up in the air and said, "I'm making it rain in here." What are you doing, Greg? Oh my gosh, are you
Which
kidding
one?
me?
The NBA. Come on.
Yeah,
the list is long.
Yeah,
we
and you're
can go back
asking
to Spreewell. So
I heard that Larry Bird's pretty good.
Larry Bird comes off as nice, but dude on the court, man. And
I've seen pictures.
he could be mean. He could be a mean dude. All right, Jim, we got to roll. It's Jim Harrington, your CBD store. Again, get on down there. Get you some.
Get it.
941-587-9029. Thank you, Jim. We'll talk to you again soon.
Are you even listening to me?
I hate guys that just push buttons all day.
They have no chemistry at all.
This cycle of jerks has to end.
You seriously should run with this.
Is this saying anything?
Let's go ahead and tear a station. Let's go to the bit they haven't picked.
I don't understand a word you just said.
We'll be right back with Charlotte County Speaks on News Radio 1580 WCCF.
This is what we call fiscal suicide. Yeah, rising credit card balances, leaving record numbers of people making only minimum payments. Yeah. 10.75% of active credit card accounts paid only the minimum balance. That's the highest rate that we've seen in 12 years. Increasing reliance on credit cards are crushing people. Revolving credit card balances hit $645 billion. Okay, people, there's no other way to sugarcoat this thing. If you have high interest credit card debt, you have to do whatever you can to pay it off. You're obviously living paycheck to paycheck, which makes that difficult. I don't care if you got to take a second job, whatever it may be. You're never going to get ahead until you pay that down. WatchdogOnWallStreet.com.
News Radio 1580, 100.9 FM, WCCF, 927 here on a hump day Wednesday, end of January. End of January already. Phone lines open, little rare earth.
Very nice.
941-206-1580, toll free, 888-441-1580. Hi, caller, you're on the air.
Dan Perkins.
Hey, Dan, how you doing?
Good. I just got a quick note for you. Yesterday, the Trump administration notified 2 million federal employees that they will have till the end of this week to make a decision on a 8-month severance package and termination of employment.
Yeah.
The estimate.
Yeah.
The estimate is between 15 and 20% of the employees will opt to take the 8-month severance.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they've already been working.
You take the money.
They've already got their second career, working anyway. Most of them.
Right. But what people don't know, especially if they've never been involved with a severance package before, the first package offered by the employer is the best. If you get 20% and you're trying to get rid of $2 million and you get $400,000, when this initial offer runs its course, there'll be a second offer, but it won't be 8 months. It might be 6 months, and they'll keep cutting it down to maybe 30 days, so they get their $2 million.
Yeah.
And the estimate is that the 400,000, if they get them, will save $100 billion a year.
Wow.
That's beautiful. That's what's called winning.
Winning. You're going to be so tired of winning.
So we should be telling the audience, watch and see what happens, because after this first tranche is done, if they come back with another one, it's going to be something less than 8 months. And that's just the way it goes. And I had talked about that last summer. That would be one of his options, to basically put people on severance and then terminate them.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he's doing.
Good.
Yeah.
They're not needed. They're unnecessary. I mean, we saw what Musk did with X.
Right.
And X is working just fine. I suggest that the same be done with government. There's way too much bureaucracy. Again, when you look at how many laws out there and all these bureaucrats that just make up crap as they go along and get away with it.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's a beautiful thing.
Well, and knowing Trump, after this severance package expires, the next one's going to be, well, you had your chance. You're fired.
Right. That's it.
Yeah, there's not going to be another offer.
You could have taken the money. You chose not to.
Yeah, really. Yeah, he could just. Yeah, he could.
Yeah.
He might just. Not, he might go a lot shorter than what you suggest, and finally just say, "Hey, you should have taken it."
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Right.
Goodbye.
Exactly. there could reach a point there would be no severance.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Awesome, Dan. Thanks.
You're welcome. Take care.
All right. Dan Perkins, ladies and gentlemen. DanPerkinsMedia.org. was right at the borderline where I was almost going to have him call back.
Right, yeah. The deal has been altered. Swear I don't alter it any further.
More winning, and this is winning that is you might not know her. Maybe you've heard me mention her name, but her name is Samantha Power. She works for USAID, and she is wherever she goes, a coup generally follows. There's a color revolution and a coup that usually follows, and that's according to this from Sundance. According to media reports, President Trump has removed the entire leadership structure of the United States Agency for International Development, previously ran by Samantha Power. She gone.
Excellent.
The bitch is gone. She is really responsible for most of the upheaval going on in Hungary, Poland. She was in Ukraine facilitating the 2014 coup that put Zelensky in there. She's an evil, witchy little woman, and she needs to be held to account for what she's done. That she's out of power now. I mean, just saying, like he says, those who walk the deepest political weeds well understand that USA is the cover agency for the interventionist efforts of the CIA.
Yeah.
And USAID is the agency silo that coordinates the meddling in foreign elections, organizes the revolutions and political opposition of those deemed out of alignment with global democratic norms, funds the NGOs who do all the ground operations, and generally seeks to replace foreign leaders. And Trump has just removed the entire leadership structure of USAID enterprise, approximately 60 government officials, and you can bet that nationalist leaders of foreign countries are smiling right now, while Brussels, the EU Commission, is left wondering who's going to pay for the foot soldiers now.
Yeah.
So that was an important act that needed to be done, and I'm glad that he did it. She gone.
Well, and when we look at, everybody knew already about what happened with JFK. But it's been a timeline since the early 60s of this government intervention trying to play God and say, I'm more powerful, these agencies are more powerful than the president. And then they want to do it in other countries because that's the testing ground to implement it here, which they've been trying to do for a long time. And Italy just wants to pull out of the WHO now.
Good.
After Trump did it.
Good.
So good things happen when you have a strong leader like Trump making these changes. And
we're not playing your Marxist, globalist, WEF crap
and
anymore.
A lot of
these
other countries think that, but they don't have the strength to do it or the balls to do it.
Well, luckily, Argentina is showing the way. Malay's doing good.
Yeah.
Vietnam is starting to follow the way of Malay. Yeah. I couldn't believe that when I read that. So, if it can happen in those countries, Argentina, again, used to be almost more free and more prosperous than us.
Yeah.
Up until...
yeah. But when you have all these go-along to get-along countries like Italy or others in the EU and UN...
Well, and a lot of them are ran by fellow traveling Marxists.
Oh, right.
So it's not that they don't have the courage to stand up. They want to be part of it.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of them are.
They pretend
don't have
to be
the courage.
Neutral, right.
Like the UK.
Until somebody like Trump comes out and actually does something, then they'll say, okay, yeah, we'll do that. But then you have the Viktor Orbáns, and what do? They try to kill him too. Because he goes against
And who was in there trying to do it?
And the
Samantha Power in USAID.
Yeah, and it's the deep state is worldwide. So...
just evil scum.
Yep.
Evil scum. Speaking of evil scum, who is no longer with CNN, Jim Acosta. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.
Yes.
Jimmy. And I love what Trump had to say about it.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, really good news. Jim Acosta, one of the worst and most dishonest reporters in journalistic history, a major sleazebag, has been relegated by CNN fake news to the midnight hour, Death Valley, because of extraordinarily bad ratings and no talent. Word is that he wants to quit, and that would be even better. Jim is a major loser who will fail no matter where he ends up. Good luck, Jim! And then confirmed that he was leaving. This is no time to bow down to a tyrant. That's what Acosta said.
Yeah, of course.
People often ask me if the highlight of my career at CNN was at the White House covering Donald Trump. Actually, no, that moment came here when I covered former President Barack Obama's trip to Cuba in 2016 and had the chance to question the dictator there, Raul Castro, about the island's political prisoners. As the son of a Cuban refugee, I took home this lesson. It's never good to bow down to a tyrant. Okay.
Yeah, that's nice.
But again, your political side is the same side as Raul Castro. So what are you
right? Yeah, what are you doing?
What are you talking about? Anyway?
So Babylon B. White House reporters mystified by press secretary who answers questions. Did you see any of that?
Instead of the big binder.
Yeah, instead of the big
book.
Hold on, one second.
Wait a minute.
I have something for this. Hold on.
I could have swore I saw that.
We have a statement for this. You weren't supposed to ask that question.
Yes.
Hold on.
Okay. Wait. No. Here's the stock one. Insert name here. Okay. Yes. All right. Here we go.
Hello, Jim.
Jim.
But did you watch any of that with?
No.
No, it was great.
I haven't seen it.
She did great. And what was the news? One of the first things was she said, I have a statement from the president. The drones that were flying over New Jersey were authorized to be flown by the, FAA and the Biden administration.
Yes.
Therefore, they lied
What'd I tell
about
you?
not knowing.
Thank
you very much.
We told you.
Yeah.
That, they know exactly who those drones are. Don't tell me they don't.
Yes.
They lied. That's what they do. They lie to distract. They lie to create false narratives. Oh, my gosh.
Have you? Okay, I have something for you.
What do
we
have?
have time?
Yeah.
Detroit rapper Dank DeMoss.
Dank DeMoss.
Yes. A very...
That's his rap, not his body odor.
Oh, it's a her. It's a her.
Oh. Well, then I can't...
Same applies.
I can't. Well, I don't know. You don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
I'll
we
show
can't.
you.
We can either confirm nor deny.
Yeah. Well,
what's dank
what I can,
about her?
What I can confirm is she looks to be about 300 to 400 pounds.
I would then suggest the odor.
Yes.
Dank. It's either dank from the body odor or dank from the overabundance of body spray to cover up said body odor.
Correct. And via End Wokeness here, Lyft, the ride-sharing app, has been hit with a multi-million-dollar lawsuit over a driver telling this morbidly obese rapper that his car isn't big enough for her. And her lawyers say it's segregation.
Well, she could have said, hey, I need a truck.
Yeah.
A bus, a minivan.
Well, yeah, she can barely walk down the hallway
Yeah,
here. You missed the meme. I'll have to find it again.
Your Kia is not going to cut
Chinook
it.
Helicopter with the Lyft logo pulling her like
one of those cargo helicopters.
Yeah. Like she's the Humvee that they drag behind it, with the cable. Oh yeah.
Oh God. So. Okay. Hey, guess who's plotting a TV comeback?
Who now?
And deservedly so.
Yeah,
I might add.
Okay.
Roseanne.
Oh,
Roseanne.
Okay. Well, they already tried the new Roseanne TV show a while ago, didn't they?
Well, yeah, but then they fired. They fired her from it, but kept the show going without her, even though it was her show.
Yeah.
And so now, 7 years after Roseanne was canceled by ABC for referring to former Obama aide Valerie Jarrett as the offspring of the Muslim Brotherhood in Planet of the Apes.
Draw your own conclusions.
Yes. She's working on a show she says is a cross between The Roseanne Show and The Sopranos.
That's cool.
Interview with Variety Bar explained that the show will center on an Alabama farming family who are saving the United States from drug gangs and China. She also revealed that while the show will be offered to Hollywood studios, she will not be deterred by their rejection and is willing to try and make it herself.
That's funny.
She says it's silly and out there. It will contain very offensive ideas and a lot of swearing.
Nice.
I live with my daughter and her husband and their 6 children on a farm, and they have goats running through their house and stuff. It's based on my life as a farmer in Hawaii. They save America with guns, the Bible, petty crime, and alcoholism.
Petty crime.
It's kind of like the Coen brothers thing. If Hollywood doesn't buy it, then I'm just going to make it myself. Does anybody in Hollywood like America or the people who watch TV? Because the people who watch TV would really like to see a show where working class people win against the enemies of America.
Yes.
I would agree with that.
Right.
Roseanne also weighed in on Trump's victory, said that Hollywood should work with her in order to help reach out to the millions of Americans they have worked so hard to alienate.
Yeah.
Hollywood's made itself irrelevant to the American people. They really have.
Yep.
If they want to survive, they should work with the new president. American people elected him in an overwhelming victory. They should get back in touch with him and make some money, which I don't know if they do or not because they've proven to be ideologues rather than business people. What shocks me is the fact that they prefer to lose money and then explain that to the shareholders who apparently have no problem with them losing money. I don't give a, well, we can't say that.
Yeah.
Either way, I'd like to get paid handsomely to bring another network back down from doom, as I've done twice for ABC, but I just don't see how they would keep their nose out of my business. We'll see. If not, I'll just go somewhere else and put it on my own website. Yeah. The Trump administration regards me as a loose cannon, which I am. I'm not a party line person for anyone or anything except myself. The Trump staff or whoever runs it, they're a little afraid of me. I'm a loudmouth comedian, so I understand it, but it really hurts my feelings. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
It sounds like something
not?
I'd watch. I mean, every show she's made has made money for whatever network she was doing it for. ABC mainly. So,
yep.
I don't
know. For some reason, Chris Christie is trending on Twitter, on X, and
who?
And somebody
did you
said,
say Chris Christie?
Yeah, and somebody said,
what's
Chris
White
Christie,
Lizzo doing back in the news?
Somebody said Chris Christie is trending. What happened? Did he beat his personal record of eating 382 meatballs in one sitting? So we will find out exactly why.
Stay tuned. Damn it.
He's an idiot. Parents are probably idiots, too.
Ken Lovejoy and Charlotte County Speaks will be right back on News Radio 1580 WCCF.
I went to Cirque du Soleil in Vegas like less than a year ago. There's little people flying all over the state. They're 100 feet in the air, no net. 2 of them had masks on. I swear to God. Because you wouldn't want to do anything dangerous, ladies and gentlemen. But, you do you. Just know that, the medical community, I respect them, but they get a lot wrong. I seem to remember about 6 months when I was washing the mail. You remember that? Like every package was a stool sample from Chernobyl or something. What the? I mean, they just get a lot wrong. Not just with this. There's hundreds of prescription drugs that we all took, or a lot of us, and then over the years, they pulled them off the market because they said they were safe and effective and then found out they weren't safe or effective. Or trans fats, which are fats that hate Dave Chappelle.
That was good.
There she stood in the street, smiling from her head to her feet. I said, hey, what is this? Now, baby, maybe she's in need of a kiss.
Oh, don't do it. It's an HR issue right there. News Radio 1580, 100.9 FM, WCCF. Hump Day Wednesday at 9:48 here. Phone lines are open at Charlotte County Speaks, 941-206-1580. Toll free, 888-441-1580. We've heard him do this more than once.
Yeah.
The Post Malone.
Oh.
Leaves another $1,200 tip.
Very nice.
For someone, I think it was, I don't know. It was
Have you heard?
But I had a lead in. For that.
Okay, continue.
Wouldn't that be nice if she got that $1,200 tip after Trump enacts no tax on tips?
On tips. Yes.
I mean, you want to talk about that started happening actually. Started happening when I was in working at Mr. Steak. That was when they first started making the waitresses. I was a busboy, but we used to get tipped out from the waitresses, and it went down a little bit. My tip out went down when because they had to start declaring their tips.
Yep.
And it's only gotten worse. And now no tax on tips. That's a great idea.
Yes,
that would
it is.
help out the people here in Charlotte County exponentially. You got a huge amount of service industry people.
Because the
here.
rent is too damn high.
The rent is too damn high.
I
love
guy.
how they have all these workshops on affordable housing
Yes.
and what they consider to be affordable housing.
Yes.
What you wind up considering to be affordable housing still means 4 people in a 2-bedroom apartment to make the rent.
Yeah.
So,
and HR has a problem with
and
that.
HR, yeah. The landlord has a problem with that. Too.
Yes.
So, but no tax on tips. I love that.
Correct.
The crowd went wild when Trump announced that in Vegas.
Oh, yeah. And he said it was...
Like in Vegas, Atlantic City. But again, the tourist places like Florida. It's going to help the Florida economy. It will. You're not going to the revenue isn't going to be lost that much, and the money's going to wind up getting spent anyway.
Right.
And it would stay, and the money would stay local anyway.
And then maybe the young people would appreciate their jobs more.
Maybe they'd do a little bit better job and maybe iron that damn shirt before they come to work.
Maybe have more than one shirt that they wear to work.
Yay!
Anyway, speaking of Post Malone,
yes,
have you heard of the official Post Malone Oreo cookies?
Yes, we discussed it last week.
Oh yeah,
the swirl.
The swirl.
When are those available? It was coming up
soon.
Here pretty
I think
soon.
Somebody already got them
really?
somewhere. Yeah,
that
but
actually sounded like a
they
good
sound
cookie.
so good.
It really does. Kind of a
swirled
caramel,
salted caramel
salted
and
caramel,
shortbread flavor.
Shortbread on one side.
Love
you
it.
got the Oreo cookie on the other.
With one golden Oreo wafer and one chocolate Oreo wafer.
Yeah, and with the little swirl in the middle.
Swirl in the middle of salted caramel and shortbread.
I'm in. I
want it.
I want it now.
Of
course, you put about 6. What you do is you get about 6 of them in a bowl of vanilla ice cream, just a dash of milk. Oh, I mean milk.
Ooh. But then you read the product
and then you can't feel your toes, and you need the Ozempic, not for the weight loss.
And then they won't let you into a lift.
Diabetes, yes.
You need a lift to get into the lift.
That's it.
But then, of course, you read the ingredients: soybean and/or canola oil,
trans fats,
and red 40 Lake, blue 1 Lake chocolate confectioner's glaze.
Don't do that. I got to have at least one before I read the label.
I know. right as you're about to put it in your hand, RFK just pops up and slaps it out of your hand.
Don't do that.
I told you no seed oils. It's not supposed to be good for you. I told you no seed oils.
Speaking of tatted fools, the Jelly Roll and his lovely wife, Bunny XO.
Who's his wife?
Bunny XO.
Oh, I got to Google that.
She's
He has a wife?
Yeah.
Wow.
She's good looking, too.
Of course she is.
I mean, I know. Nothing.
That's his wife?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Can you believe it? That's why he's losing weight. He's losing weight because he wants to.
Yeah, because he wants to.
Well, and he's actually putting the effort in.
He's
already
He's
lost.
like running 5Ks.
Yeah, he's already.
He like jumped ahead of like, just stop eating.
Yeah.
Like, don't go to the Post Malone Oreo party.
But how do you, it's his voice is unmistakable. It's like Chris Stapleton. As soon as you hear it, it's the Jelly Roll. And how many times have you seen the Jelly Roll? He's kind of hard to miss.
Well,
very
he's
large
working
stature.
On it. He is working on it.
Him and the Bunny XO are in Hawaii on vacation.
Good for them.
And in a clip that Bunny posted on the Tickety Talkie, Jelly is looking astonished. He's standing in line, okay?
Okay.
Nobody knows who he is. and his song's playing over the loudspeaker.
That's funny.
And nobody's like coming up asking for autographs, take a picture.
Yeah.
Nobody's saying a word to him. They don't know him from Jack.
I go to Publix and I at least get recognized once every time I'm there. Normally just by the lovely cashier.
I don't even get that. But that's got to be weird for a guy like that. You know, because the Jelly Roll in Nashville, the dude's getting mobbed by everybody. He's in Hawaii. Yeah. Some people in Hawaii, some of the comments are saying, no, man, Hawaiians are just chill like that, man. That it's okay. We're not going to, bother you. Yeah. BS. It's a tourist mecca.
Right.
There's people there, you would think. I don't know. I don't get that. Hi, caller. You're on the air.
Hey, guys. I was there when Jelly Roll came out on the awards and made it so big thing. I'm a big fan, but I don't... Post Malone, who is he? How did he come about?
Post Malone's doing. He's
a rapper that then kind of went. He likes a lot of country stuff.
He crossed over into country. He's been doing some country stuff lately.
Another one with a ton of tattoos.
Now he's doing one of the gambling apps.
Yeah, the Hard Rock one.
Hard Rock.
What's so special about him?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing, really.
No.
He's just another. He's been successful in the music industry.
And
but he seems like a really nice guy. I mean, he was here in Punta Gorda at the a couple of years ago, and was really cool. Tipped really well, treated everybody nice, and again, he just left a $1,200 tip for some girl. So he's he seems like a pretty cool dude.
Austin Richard Post, and his stage name Post Malone was derived from inputting his birth name into a rap name generator. So
okay. That's how you got the Post Malone.
Mike, the only thing holding you back then, I guess, is...
you got to get tats all over your face.
Yeah. That's what I'm missing.
On,
no, you need that.
You'll be a star in no time.
We need to come up. We need to recreate you and come up with a hard luck backstory. You got to have a hard luck backstory. You got the Post Malone. Look, tats all over him. You got to know there's a hard luck backstory somewhere in there. The Jelly Roll. He's telling you his hard luck backstory as he lives his life famously. So you don't have a hard luck backstory.
Mm-hmm. I know. Let's see.
You didn't have rickets when you were a kid or anything like that?
Get the liberal media on your side. Don't make one up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. 206-1580, toll free, 888-441-1580. Hey, weren't you like a little tight? Can't we get pictures of you in leg braces or something like that? Run, Forrest, run!
Well, my dad said that to me anyway in T-ball. I didn't even need the leg braces.
No.
Oh, man.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
206-1580, toll free, 888-441-1580. The Mike Armstrong.
He's not coming in. He's coming tomorrow.
Oh, he's tomorrow? All right. Well, forget Mike. Yeah. Hey, I've never really noticed it here. But apparently the CVS's in most cities outside of Florida
have everything
locked up now. Well, they're testing a new system now.
Fingerprint scanner, then it opens for you?
Well, close. It's an app.
Oh, yeah.
It's an app. So that way they at least got your phone number, they got everything about you, and then you can unlock the CVS shelves.
Then you get to unlock it, open it, and grab it because, God forbid, an actual employee does their job. And it reminds me of the Bill Burr bit. I didn't know I was working today. I forgot my apron at home.
You got to have the app on your phone, but you also have to be on the store's Wi-Fi and have Bluetooth turned on so it knows what shelf you're trying. Well, of course, I would understand that. On the plus side, you don't have to stand around waiting for an overworked employee to walk over and open up for you, which is very inefficient, especially if you need multiple shelves.
Very inefficient.
Multiple shelves. I need you to stay with me, Margaret.
Yes.
I don't care, Margaret. Stay with me.
We need our T-shirt. We need a T-shirt.
Yes. And there is no more Karen. Karen, you have been released, Karens of the world. It is now Margaret.
I really don't care, Margaret.
It is now Margaret. Margaret is the new Karen.
Yeah.
Understand that? Karens can rejoice worldwide. We applaud the Karens. You've had enough. It's now Margaret's turn.
Yes.
We'll be back.
WCCF Punta Gorda.
News Radio 1580.
Charlotte County's only news talk radio station, serving you around the clock.
It's Wednesday, Gary.
I know that, Janet.
In America's time of need, Canada is here to help.
Good day, Connor, eh? And I'm your emotional support Canadian.
Your personal emotional support Canadian will listen with patience and understanding about what's going on in the States. Like school shootings.
We don't really have those here, eh?
Or going bankrupt due to medical bills.
Sorry, can't help you there either.
Or maybe over a bowl of poutine and a couple of ice-cold Labatt's, we can talk about becoming the 51st state.
51st state. Why would we want to do that, eh? Sorry about that.
For as little as $1 a day, Canadian, you can have your own emotional support Canadian.
You know, buddy, sometimes you just need to go down to Timmy's, eh? Get a double-double and some Timbits and everything feels better.
I have no idea what that means. Emotional support Canadians.
It's not that we care, eh? We just don't want the entire neighborhood to go up in flames.
What's the date? The exact date.
Welcome to January 29th.
What's so special about today?
It is National Puzzle Day today.
It's puzzle time.
Next puzzle is a riddle.
That is just a piece of the puzzle. It is National Puzzle Day.
Life is a puzzle.
Sure is a puzzle.
Happy National Puzzle Day.
It's showtime.
In this present crisis, government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.
This is Charlotte County Speaks, your chance to let your voice be heard on local, state, and national issues. And now, broadcasting live from a dumpy little warehouse behind a Taco Bell, the host of Charlotte County Speaks, Ken Lovejoy.
Hi. How you doing? News Radio 1580, 100.9 FM, WCCFradio.com. This is Charlotte County Speaks at 10:09. I'm Ken Lovejoy. It's Mike Imbasciani.
Good morning.
Hacking up along over there. Phone lines are open for you, 941-206-1580, toll free, 888-441-1580. You sound like an old man over there. It's the hat.
That. I like this hat. It's my bear hat. It's a very nice hat.
I look at you and I'm expecting to see an RV out front.
It's my motor coach.
Email address ccspeaks@live.com. Miss the show, head to our homepage, WCCFradio.com.
Watch the podcast version on the Freedom Chronicles YouTube page and Rumble channel.
Okay. You can do that too.
Yeah. And you can see how nice my hat is.
Valentine's Day is just around the corner.
Warning! Warning!
If
warning.
you, yes.
Warning! Thank you.
We're in danger.
If you hand someone a candy heart with "Marry Me" on it next month, you might need to sign a prenup.
Uh-oh. Is that considered a gift? You can't get it back in the divorce?
Sweethearts just launched a jokey ad campaign claiming that their candy hearts with messages are legally binding this year. They're not really.
No.
But,
somebody's going to sue them.
Yeah, exactly. They added a feature to their website where you can scan their hearts with your phone, and it helps you follow through on the pledge. If you scan a "Marry Me" heart, it leads to a site that helps you get married online. A move-in heart helps you hire movers.
What's his name? The county clerk guy. Locally here.
Our county clerk,
Yeah.
Roger Eaton?
Yeah. Is this Roger?
Yeah. You just go, hey.
Is this his new thing? We know he likes
You
text.
just scan the candy heart. It shows up at the clerk's
gotta
office.
send this to him.
They'll have a prenup and a marriage license printed out for you when you get there.
And they'll have the altar with the little candy
right
hearts.
there, the pictures and everything. $100.
$100. This would be something
That
you would do.
would be something. If you scan a "Marry Me" heart, you can get married in a line. A move-in heart helps you hire movers, and a number 4 ever heart helps you buy heart-shaped gravestones. Boy, that went dark.
Yeah. Who came up with that one?
It was like, really?
The emo employee. How about this one, like when you die?
Yeah. Their gimmick last year was situationship hearts that were blurry and hard to read, but a new poll found that over 80% of young people are over relationships that aren't well defined. 92%. The kids are sick of being hoes. 92% said they want people to stop sending mixed messages and just say what they mean.
I love this company. This is a great idea.
Candy hearts. Scan your hearts.
Yeah.
So you got to get
somebody made a lot of money in their marketing department.
Oh yeah.
That's hilarious.
Jeez. 206-1580 toll free. 888-441-1580.
So we found out the reason why Chris Christie is trending currently on X. That's because
we didn't care.
Well,
why did we look it up?
Because it is funny. I didn't even look it up. It's just on the front page of X right now.
Okay.
And that was because his doppelganger, the governor of
Pritzker?
Illinois. Yeah.
Pritzker, boy, he's
just looking at him.
He looks more like the Penguin than Chris Christie does.
Yeah. The new Penguin.
Yeah, well, even the old Penguin.
Even Danny DeVito, yeah, true. Yeah, you put a Danny DeVito nose on him from the Batman there.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, he tweeted out, my second warning to Trump, the third time he'll face the full weight of my force. Parody account put that up. So Elon shared it and says, nothing is more dangerous than getting between J.B. Pritzker and the buffet table.
Yeah, no, he makes Chris Christie look svelte, you know?
Right? Yeah. Well, and the drones were not because they were delivering food to Chris Christie, as though we thought they were.
Well, we just know that they were FAA approved.
Right.
We can neither confirm nor deny the deployment of rations to the Christie residence.
DoorDash.
yeah, who knows? The order was so big.
Yeah.
We couldn't just fit. It wouldn't even fit in it wouldn't even fit in the Cybertruck, I'm telling you. Ask your doctor if it's right for you. 206-1580, toll free, 888-441-1580.
So are you happy with the rate of speed that everything that Trump is doing? I mean, it's basically been, what, a week?
I know.
Feels like January has been going on a while.
And again, we all knew that that's what he had to do. We all knew, been telling you for years that he was going to have, the only way to win was to outvote the fraud. He did that.
Yeah, he did that.
He did that. And once he won and once he got into the White House,
he had to shock the system.
That was the next hurdle because everybody was worried after the election, is he, with 2 assassination attempts.
Yeah, are they going to do it again?
Are they going to try it again before he even gets to the White House? He's in the White House now. And then we knew that once he got there, he was going to have to hit the ground running and bam, 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 bam. And that's exactly what he's doing.
Yes.
I am pleased as punch.
Yes, we are all pleased. However, the New York Times reports that President Donald Trump's strategy of overwhelming Democrats with hundreds of executive orders and actions in his first days of his second presidency is working and frustrating the opposition. The flood the zone strategy was articulated by former White House advisor and former Breitbart News executive chairman Stephen K. Bannon of the War Room on Real America's Voice. It was also reflected in this author's 2024 book, The Agenda, What Trump Should Do in His First 100 Days. 100? Ha! He needs 10. The author wrote, quote, the agenda is ambitious, as well it should be. It is not a wish list of policies, but rather a program of action. And the author writes, I've designed it that way because Trump will have an unusually strong mandate for sweeping change. But that energy needs to be channeled beyond personal revenge and into specific actions. The opposition can be expected to challenge all of them in court,
of course,
which they're doing.
Yes.
Forum shopping in
and
the friendliest
the
liberal jurisdictions.
Letitia.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, Letitia.
Of course.
Letitia, the power-hungry hippo, who should be disbarred.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's...
So Trump must anticipate.
Yes,
Trump must anticipate that by overwhelming the left with the sheer number and speed of his actions. They will still file lawsuits, but they will have to strain their budgets and personnel to do so.
And the uniparty members will have to out themselves.
Yes,
to try
which they're doing.
Which they're doing. Lindsey Graham, anyone, he's at it again.
Yeah.
First, he was talking about the J6ers and how he's pissed that they got pardoned.
And all of these Republicans are saying, any of these senators or congressmen that don't go along with Trump's mandate will get primaried. Well, fine. We have 4 now. Lindsey Graham, Mitch McConnell, Murkowski, and the other one, I can't even remember her name.
I'm serious. I've said this before recently to friends, and I said, write it down. I don't think Mitch McConnell is going to last the year.
No, he's become the new John McCain.
Yes.
He's knocking on death's door. He has zero skin in the game because his skin's barely hanging on as it is.
But he wants to leave a legacy for his wife, so he's going to do as much as he can to screw Trump in favor China. And
of course,
but Lindsey, hey,
and
who
hates
is it?
America.
Michigan. I just read yesterday. We're going to have there's going to be an election for Democrat senator. Democrat senator in Michigan just decided to retire. But again, it's Michigan. Michiganistan, so
where in Michigan does it say?
Well, I don't know. He's a senator,
right.
Federal senator.
Okay,
they get 2,
right? Yeah, okay.
But so I just forget what his name is, but he's retiring. So there's a good avenue of opportunity to increase the lead. I would imagine that people in Michigan are getting a little. I can't understand why they would think that they would be getting a little ticked off. About what's going on in their state, courtesy of a bunch of women. Everybody. I love how everybody's. I'm just saying. I mean, women should run the country. Boy, women could get it done. Well, you're not doing such a bang up job, ladies. No. I just would like to point that out. And Michigan is a big example of that. From the Secretary of State to the governor herself, wretched Whitmer. America's most crooked Secretary of State, Jocelyn Benson, accused of breaking the law again, this time while announcing her ridiculous campaign for Michigan governor. She thinks she's got a shot, which tells you how rigged.
Yeah.
She feels very comfortable.
All the swing states that Trump won, how many of them still got Democrats in other positions?
Yeah.
Fishy, fishy, fishy.
How dare you fill my head with such loathsome propaganda?
More propaganda coming up with Ken Lovejoy and Charlotte County Speaks on News Radio 1580 WCCF.
Another agency we need to put on the chopping block is FEMA. Cancel FEMA. Serves really no purpose. Well, it's there to help out if there's a hurricane, if there's a fire. Give me a break. Okay, I'm sorry. This is what we have governors for. We don't need FEMA. We need states to take care of their own business. How in the world does some government agency come out of nowhere and able to solve a problem locally when it should be handled on the local level? Great example of this, there's a myriad of them. Let's go back to Katrina and the joke that was FEMA at that point in time. Again, I know they blame Bush. Remember Bush? Hey, Brownie, you're doing a hell of a job. Nonsense. Until we sent the military in and actually the private sector, it was a disaster. The same thing holds true again and again and again. How it helped here in Florida? It didn't. It was the state that handled the problem. Let local officials handle local problems. You need help from the military? We have it. WatchDogOnWallStreet.com.
News Radio 1580, 100.9 FM, WCCF, Hump Day Wednesday, just about 10:25 here at Charlotte County Speaks. Phone lines open 941-206-1580, toll free 888-441-1580. Hi, caller, you're on the air.
Hey, I hate to milk the subject if
Okay.
you've already brought it up. I've been involved with family stuff, but the illegal immigration thing with the people that didn't vote for it in the Senate or the Florida legislature. I'm sorry, Florida legislature.
Oh, it passed. It passed. The Senate passed it,
Yeah.
and the House just passed it, something 83-30. This plan is. I don't have a problem with the plan, but it is watered down from what the governor asked for, and it strips the governor of law enforcement authority and gives it to some douchey some millionaire ag secretary who ran a farm, Simpson Farms, for 40 years. My money says there's a really good possibility that he employed a bunch of illegal aliens. And and to put him, it's putting the fox in charge of the hen house. So this was all, in my opinion, this was all just to win a pissing match between Gruters and the gang, and they want to try and make DeSantis appear weak and ineffective because they don't want him getting elected, running for president again. They don't understand that's already happened. They didn't have to screw us all over to win a pissing match with DeSantis. And I think it's all in all, the other plan would have been just as good. They just didn't want to give DeSantis the win. They just didn't want to let him win on this. And what they did is they can call it the Trump Act all they want, but it's a watered down version of what was asked for, and unconstitutionally stripping law enforcement authority away from. I'm no fan. Everybody knows me. I'm no fan of Tiny D. But the way that Gruters and the other douchebags up there went about this, I hope it bites them in the butt. And giving immigration enforcement authority to Wilton Simpson is a very, very stupid idea.
Oh, so the people that voted no on it are the good people then?
I'm no fan. I think there's a lot of rhinos up in Tallahassee. And like I said, I'm no fan of Tiny D, but what he was asking for isn't what we all wound up getting. It's watered down, and I think it's watered down so it can favor the big farmers in Florida. A nice little carve out for them to keep their illegal alien labor.
And keep GMOs and Big Pharma.
Well, I don't know about Big Pharma.
Separate issue.
A separate issue. But,
the same but different.
How did we lose?
No, we didn't lose. These are Republicans that did it all.
Yeah. So
we just
we have to just keep on them.
They just don't. I don't know. They're trying to justify this and spin it to make them look like they're just big old MAGA people. But
and it's like a win-lose. It's a win-lose.
It's a win-lose. Yeah, there are good things.
They did pass something that
does
something.
There are some good things in it, but again,
it's watered down, like everything the Republican Party does, because they're spineless,
gutless. And again, they're all trying to. You got DeSantis up there trying to rebuild his reputation after running against Trump. You got Gruters and DeSantis, who already got a rift between them because Gruters was for Trump and didn't want. Nobody wanted DeSantis running for president. He's running for governor.
It's a book tour.
Yeah. So, to me, it just looks like it was a big pissing match between the legislature and the governor, and they didn't want to give him a win. And I think, by and large, we lost.
Oh.
That's just my opinion. There are some good things in the bill, but it could have been better. And again, when you get into this egotistical pissing matches between these two, just because there's other ways, there's other losses they could have given DeSantis than this.
Yeah. Small win, big picture loss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it makes them look good.
No, and especially
and the thing is, I don't necessarily want DeSantis looking good, but this situation kind of makes him look better than you. Better than Gruters.
Oh yeah, right.
And I'm just saying.
Yep.
The American people are sick and tired of the illegal alien invasion.
Yes.
And you wimps trying to win a pissing match and make a point wind up siding with the people that are facilitating the invasion.
Yeah.
So, to a certain degree. No. There's big penalties, no colleges. I get that. But again, you stripped the governor of law enforcement authority for a reason. And the reason wasn't the betterment of this bill by any shake of the stick. And don't tell me it wasn't. This is going to be, in my opinion, the illusion of immigration enforcement.
When you have every Democrat always fighting tooth and nail over and over and over just to shove stuff down people's throats to get stuff passed, and eventually they win, then you have this where the Republicans, whether state or federal, continue to be spineless and just pull stuff out of what they're trying to accomplish rather than actually playing by the same rules. A so-called win that is this small little win when it could have been so much better is truly a loss.
There's other ways, and apparently you guys have been living in a bubble for a while. I mean, there's no way nationally that DeSantis is going to win a primary again. We saw what happened in the last primary. Vance is doing a great job. Maybe DeSantis could pick up a cabinet position, but as far as president or vice president, I think that ship has sailed. There's enough meme creators out there to make it so.
Yeah.
But so trying to screw him over on the immigration bill, it just makes me think that there's again more to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like a big donations from
corruption
farmers and
everywhere you look, including in the free state of Florida.
Can you believe it?
Can you believe it? I'm shocked.
The Republican Party, I can't. I refuse to believe it's true.
No doubts about it. You have become a great showman.
Ken Lovejoy's coming right back with more Charlotte County Speaks on News Radio 1580 WCCF.
Child grows up to be somebody that just loves to learn, and another child grows up to be somebody you just love to burn. Mom loves the both of them.
News Radio 15, as any good mother would, really.
Oh, yes.
News Radio 1580, 100.9 FM, WCCFradio.com, 1036 here on a Hump Day Wednesday as Charlotte County Speaks with Sly and the Family Stone.
Allegedly, the concert that Clapton brought the left-handed Strat to give to Jimi Hendrix, but Jimi Hendrix wasn't there at that show, and that was the night he died. So there. Extra trivial pursuit answer.
All right. On with your breaking news.
Hit the button. Breaking news as it is happening right now. RFK entered the Senate chamber hall there.
Oh, yeah, he's already in there.
Yeah, already in there. Thunderous applause.
Thunderous applause.
And we already have two good quotes. The first serious one is, how can you be opposed to RFK? He said, quote, the first thing I've done every morning. I can't do the whole thing. The first thing I've done every morning for the past 20 years is get on my knees.
Ice cream. You need like a bunch of ice cream.
Yeah, you need the dairy.
No, eggnog. That would do it.
Yes.
That would do it.
The first thing I've done every morning for the past 20 years is get on my knees and pray to God that he'd put me in a position to end the chronic disease epidemic to help America's children. So this is his chance to do that.
And to suggest that vaxxers don't have something to do with that, I think at this point is sophistry.
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly. And then the next one that just came out, he had the entire room laughing. He said, "If you want a McDonald's cheeseburger,
You can get one. I just want it made with tallow.
yeah,
Tallow.
if you want a McDonald's cheeseburger, a Diet Coke, which my boss loves," he said, "you should be able to get them, but you should know what the impacts are on your health."
Yeah.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Well, and apparently it's not. Who's that guy? We saw in the documentary. He's been on a couple of documentaries. You can YouTube him. The guy who's had like 2 Big Macs every day for the last 50 years. He's like 6'2", skinny.
Super skinny. Yeah.
But that's pretty much all he eats.
Well, he goes in and...
We won't discuss his anorexia nervosa.
Another mic drop moment. We cannot live up to our role as an exemplary nation, as a moral authority, when we are writing off an entire generation of our kids.
And
Boom.
when you see the Senate hearings, when they show the difference between the same cereal in Canada and the same, even Canada, they don't need to poison their cereal. They got medical assistance in dying, which seems to be doing a very booming business up there.
So, of course, they don't like people like RFK that want healthier food. They don't want you to live, period. Let alone have you eat healthier food.
I think that big food is in bed with big pharma to create food that causes chronic illness, which sends people to the doctor, which then sends you need all these meds because when if you would just go back to a natural diet. And the way that they have tried to outlaw meat, eggs, and dairy and try and make it seem like it's so unhealthy and
this
bad
garbage
for you.
And this garbage lab-grown meat. Or what's one of the first questions the new press secretary gets? Oh, eggs are expensive. Food's expensive. When is Trump going to make them cheaper? I don't remember you asking a Korean Jean-Pierre.
Questions you were all trying to gaslight us into saying, no, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
No.
Right. When they kill how many thousands, if not millions, of chickens?
Yeah.
Yeah. When it was the Biden administration pushing that. So, and RFK's on fire. Another one here. We will make sure our tax dollars support healthy foods. We will scrutinize the chemical additives in our food supply. We will reverse the chronic disease epidemic and put the nation back on the road to good health. So when you hear stuff like that, you have to scream out, shame! Shame!
Shame!
Shame! To people like Caroline Kennedy, who's a family member of RFK and is the cousin of RFK and calls RFK a predator. Give me a break. You're the predator lady. You look like one.
Yeah, she's not aging well.
No.
She used to be kind of pretty.
It's just these people should be so ashamed of themselves.
They have no shame.
I know.
Musk has taken a poll January 24th through the 26th, a survey of 1,034 adults. Who is this? Reuters Ipsos. Requiring all federal employees to work from an office rather than allowing remote work. They want you in the office.
Yeah.
Majority.
Go to work. You have a job.
Easing
go to
restrictions on fossil fuel and drilling. Yes. Majority.
Yeah.
Downsizing federal government. Yes. 61%. 33. And it's happening. Again, take the buyout, guys.
Yep.
Take the buyout. That's your best course of option. Like Dan was saying, the first severance package offered is always the best one to take.
And more than likely, this is going to be
probably
the
what you should do.
one.
Well, as the economy recovers, a lot of people are still looking for some side gigs.
Yeah.
And you government people, you're getting that severance package. This is a pretty good side hustle. It could grow on you. I've seen this grow. Guy in Ohio bought 2 vending machines a few years ago and just pays a company to restock them. And all he does is go collect the money each week. He paid $600 for a Coke machine, $800 for one that sells snacks. And he posted a video showing how much he made in 1 week, about $250 a week. Not bad, really.
What?
Just selling Coke machines, having a Coke machine there.
Yeah.
He just goes in there and collects
that's a great,
the money.
I knew a guy around here that was doing that. He ended up having 3 machines, and you put a little capital out there, and you buy the stuff, and then It makes money.
Yeah, and you don't do nothing. Except you got to pay to restock it, but you can have companies do that for you like this guy does.
And you have a lot of coin rollers.
Yeah, you got to have the coin.
Although a lot of them just, credit card now.
Well, yeah.
But then 3%.
He could buy it with his profits. He could buy his own little, what is that? The machine that they got at Publix or Winn-Dixie, where you throw all your change in, it counts it for you. Gives you a little slip of paper.
Yeah.
You go. They take 8%.
Yeah, well then you would get to keep the 9% if you bought the machine.
This is true. But how would you? You'd have to pay yourself the cash.
True.
Though.
Yeah.
So what do you?
I
sorry, that was probably a bad idea.
I know a lot of you are already on my side. And for you naysayers, I have 2 strong words for you. Come on. Come on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, sure. All right.
We'll be right back with Charlotte County Speaks on News Radio 1580 WCCF.
This is absolutely true. Happened in North Carolina. They had the big hurricane. There's a woman in her house. Her house is filling up with water. But she can't go outside to get help because the water outside the house was filled with snakes and alligators. Now, I'm not here to judge anybody. But if you're going to drown in your own home because the water outside is filled with snakes and alligators, you did something. Life is not that cruel. I'm sure the National Guard helicopter, go outside and we'll lower a ladder. I can't, the water is filled with snakes and alligators. Geez, lady, what did you do?
You get lonely on your daddy's farm. Just remember, I don't live too far. And there's a red bridge in Oxford Bay. Yes. You'll be in my place in less than a day. So get on your bed, motor scooter and ride.
I wonder if McConaughey got it from this. Watch.
Maybe.
Kind of wonder.
That was 4 of them, though.
Kind of. Yeah, he did a bunch of them later in the song.
All right.
News Radio 1580, 100.9 FM, WCCF 1040, just about 1050 here at Charlotte County Speaks. Phone lines open 941-206-1580, toll free 888-441-1580. It was 180 years ago today.
Yes.
Edgar Allan Poe's poem, The Raven, was first published. Quoth the Raven.
Yes, that's a creepy one.
89 years ago, 1936, the first 5 players were elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Nice.
In order of the number of votes they received, they were Ty Cobb, Babe Ruth, Honus Wagner, Christy Mathewson, and Walter Johnson.
Nice.
There you go. Sleeping Beauty premiered in L.A. That's been kind of ruined. 63 years. 1962 on this day, Peter, Paul, and Mary signed their first recording contract with Warner Brothers.
Nice.
Chico and the Man star Freddie Prinze killed himself on this date in 1977. He was only 22. He was a good stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
And was great on Chico and the Man.
Nice.
And then we got his son.
Yeah.
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Right. I like him. Good actor.
Rose Royce had the smash hit on this date in 1977, Car Wash, from the hilarious 1976 movie. You got to watch it, Car Wash.
Yeah.
George Carlin's in it.
Oh, nice.
He's a cab driver, and there's a black hooker with a blonde wig who ditches him out of the cab because she doesn't have the $20 for the fare. And the rest of the movie, he's always, hey, have you seen a blonde-haired black lady? Hilarious movie. Nice. This is kind of the one that started it all, really. 1979. San Diego teenager shot and killed 2 people, wounded 9 kids at the elementary school across the street from her home. When asked why she did it, I don't like Mondays. Which spawned a hit.
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Spawned a hit for the Boomtown Rats. So, you know.
There you go.
Bad, good.
Yep.
I guess. Marvin Gaye's 1983 hit Sexual Healing peaked at number 3 on the singles charts.
When I get that feeling, I need
sexual healing.
You've seen that movie I Spy, right? Have you seen
He
that?
said, well, you know, I had just some sexual frustration. She said, nay. That's right.
Mm. Yeah,
have you ever seen that movie?
You got to have him sign the waiver first. What?
Have you ever seen that movie I Spy with
Yeah,
hilarious.
Okay. Yeah.
Eddie Murphy and
1995.
Owen Wilson.
San Francisco 49ers beat the Chargers 49-26 in Super Bowl 29. What the hell were the Chargers doing there? Niners have since lost that record because Steve Young was the MVP, 6 touchdowns, breaking Joe Montana's record. Niners have lost that. Of course, the Steelers and the Patriots, who each won 6 Super Bowls. Cowboys have won 5. Giants, Packers, Chiefs are next with 4 each. I still don't think the Chiefs are going to pull this off.
I mean,
it's going to be a good game.
If the Chiefs win, then that's a milestone too, I guess.
Well, sure it would be. It would be 5.
Right.
You know, definitely.
But like a dynasty 5.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
with all the Mahomes.
Yeah, well, it harkens back to the 49ers. I mean,
yeah,
you know. Do we care about? We don't care about Garth Brooks anymore. We don't care about W anymore. Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich.
Very good interview with Tucker Carlson.
Yes,
by the way.
it was.
People should see that.
Impeached and removed for corruption. He did what senators and congressmen do daily. Solicit bribes for political appointments.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. What are you talking about? But for some reason, they didn't like Blago.
I don't know.
They didn't like him for some reason.
It sounds like Obama tying up loose ends.
Yeah, I think it's had something to do with that. But it didn't work. Pardoned, and now he's out.
Yeah. Who pardoned him? Trump.
Ta-da!
Not his buddy, Barry.
Yeah.
So there.
And now it's time for...
Yeah, take that.
Random.
Facts.
Number 1 of your 5 random facts, a study in 1896 found that 90% of all commercial ketchups contained injurious ingredients that could lead to death, like harmful preservatives, coal tar used as dye, and poisonous byproducts from the manufacturing process. So, quote, at a time when no one else cared, Henry Heinz was a visionary who was obsessed with making products as pure as possible. He refused to use the brown, opaque bottles that were common at the time. Instead, his see-through bottles were a design statement, purity through transparency.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and did you hear what they do now?
I love their sriracha ketchup too. By the way.
Oh yeah, but they have the actual color of what their Heinz is in the logo.
Yes.
So that if a restaurant fills a Heinz bottle with not
something else,
Heinz,
you're gonna know.
You're gonna know.
Fraud. Number 2, Peter Frampton's "Baby I Love Your Way" peaked at number 12 on the Billboard charts, and Leonard Skinner's "Freebird" peaked at number 19. But when the pop group Will to Power mashed them up together, made a song called "Baby I Love Your Way Freebird Medley Free Baby" in 1988, it became a number 1 hit.
Too long of a title.
I know.
Come on.
You know. I could pick it apart, but we don't have time. Number 3. See, we're only on 3.
I know.
Number 3. After President Benjamin Harrison's wife died, he wound up marrying her saucy niece.
And to that we say,
nice. Number 4. 40% of twins invent their own languages.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see it when you see baby twins.
Yeah.
Like
they kinda, Just like
Love
that.
it. Love it.
Just like that.
B.
With
Arthur.
the bald head, too.
B. Arthur. Yes, exactly. Without the beard. Just
Right.
consider this like a big milk mustache. B. Arthur. B. Arthur was once in the Marines. B. Arthur, Maude, and from the Golden Girls. Yeah, she was a BAM. B was a BAM.
Nice.
And she served as a truck driver. And to talk to one woman, another actress who loved B. Arthur, said that she would cuss like a sailor, just tell some of the dirtiest stories, and
Nice.
just loved B. Arthur.
That's awesome.
Supposedly hilarious. So
Cool.
there's
you
your
go.
there's your 5 random facts, kids.
Nice. Speaking of World War II, have you heard? Are you watching Norman's Rare Guitars documentary on Netflix? Do you have the Norman's Rare Guitars? It's Norm's Rare Guitars, one of the biggest stores.
I see some of those clips
in
from it.
Hollywood.
Yeah,
Everybody who's anybody goes there.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I don't watch the show, but I've seen clips.
they
on
have
YouTube
a documentary
and
right
Instagram.
now. And one of the first things they talked about how Norm has all this information that a banner Gibson is Gibson where on the headstock the Gibson logo has a banner behind the name, and that was made by a woman during most likely World War II.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go.
You know,
something different.
Rosie the Riveter.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of cool.
Gina the guitar neck designer.
Yeah, exactly. Well, some of the best
Painter.
pickups made at the Fender factory were famously made by women. Because back in the day in the 50s and the 60s, they used sewing machines to wind the pickups.
Huh.
And so,
Have you seen Glengarry Glen Ross yet?
No.
Okay.
What is that? What is that? Who is she?
He's getting the steak knives. That's all I got to say.
Okay.
Bill Burr is reprising it along with a couple other big names on Broadway.
Oh, really?
I know.
Oh, that should go well for
I
Bill
know.
Burr.
I know. We do have some good news. 103-year-old woman in England, Mabel White, doesn't have any family because she's outlived them all.
Wow.
But she's still a very happy lady this week. She had her birthday. She got 1,700 cards from people all over the world. That was very nice.
Very nice.
Guy in California, Brian Stanley, lost his eye to cancer when he was 6 years old, going viral for making a prosthetic eye that's also a working flashlight. Yeah, baby.
I think I've seen
That's
that.
cool.
That is
He
cool.
joked that it's for showing instead of seeing. He describes himself as a real-life cyborg. That's got to look cool,
That is
man.
cool, yeah.
Parlor tricks.
Yeah, right. Just tap on the side of your head.
All right, kids, we'll be back tomorrow. Have a great day. Stay safe.
Yes.
Anybody got any more jokes? Anything funny? No? No? All right. See you, folks.
We're News Radio 1580 AM WCCF Punta Gorda and FM 100.9 W265 EA Punta Gorda.